Alright guys, and welcome back to the Saints View, the channel for Southampton content. It's been a 2-week rest, but now we are back for match day. Ahead of a game at the Emirates with Arsenal. Obviously, I'm joined with Babs once again, but this time in person. Babs, mate, how are you doing?
I'm alright.
Hopefully it's not another 3-2 loss for the Arsenal again.
You keep it
definitely going to be a tougher game, I think, this time out. Obviously, we're coming into this one on the back of that horrific 2-1 defeat at home to Cardiff. We don't need to remind ourselves of that. But I think now, so we're 2 weeks after that game, I think we're ready. I think I'm confident that Hasenhüttl would have motivated the players enough. We've had that 5-day training camp out in Tenerife. A bit of warm weather training would have really helped. But obviously the point of having Babs here at YouTube Space Studios in London, which is a beautiful facility, thanks to Babs obviously for sorting that up for us. But obviously having you here, Bab, I'm going to try and get a bit of insight on Arsenal.
Okay.
First of all, we're filming this on Wednesday, so obviously this is before the Bate home game.
Yes.
Chances are you will advance, not convincingly because you did lose 1-0 in the away leg.
Listen, I don't want to say anything right now because I could say, oh, we're going to beat them 5-0 and we don't beat them 5-0. So we'll keep that low key. We'll just look at Southampton for now.
All I wanted to ask more, not necessarily about the result, but how strong a side do you think Unai Emery is going to put out and how will that affect the side he puts out on Sunday?
As you said, the Bate game is going to be important. If Arsenal get knocked out, God bless they don't, but if they get knocked out, then that Southampton game's a must win because then top 4 is the only way we get into Champions League. Okay, so if we lose to Bate and get knocked out by Bate, then that Southampton game will be the strongest lineup we can possibly play. But knowing Emery, he'll play a defensive lineup. That's what he does. I'm not a fan of it. He plays a lot of defensive players. I mean, against Bate Borisov in the first game, he played like 6 defenders. He had a 5-back with 2 CDMs in front of him. Like, he for me right now is testing my nerves. Like, I don't want to... See, I'm a fan, obviously an Arsenal fan, and we're used to playing these attractive, lovely football. You go, it is Wenger ball. And now we got Emery, who's a very... I would say a manager who's defensive. He's a better defensive manager, but he hasn't sorted the defence out. We've actually conceded, I think, more goals this season than we did last season. So
at this point in the season,
yeah. Obviously, I've not confirmed that, but I think I remember seeing something out on Twitter. So personally, am I a fan of Emery's style of play at the moment? No, but I don't blame him because he's not given the players yet. Like, if you give him the players, then let him play. But I'm not a fan of the back three, especially in smaller games where we're against a team like you, where we're probably going to keep the ball much more. So we're going to have more midfielders to just break apart your midfield, hopefully. So, I mean, we've got Suarez and Ozil, and if they play, I think we'll beat you guys. I mean, Vestergaard, you know, it's not the best of defenders.
Don't talk about Vestergaard, it's Bednarek. Bednarek is the best defender in Southampton.
Yeah, he might be half decent, but listen. We've got Aubameyang and Lacazette. And in the first game, I know at the Southampton Stadium, St Mary's, you beat us, fair play. I was on it was first game. But you know what, yeah? It's revenge time. You beat us. I'm not a fan of Charlie Austin. Sorry, Danny Ings was in it. Danny Ings scored 2 goals.
Danny Ings scored 2 goals. He's injured though. He won't be playing.
Yeah, it's cool. But you've still got Austin too. He'll score against Arsenal for sure. He scored against. That's the thing. That's it. St Mary's. So he scores against Arsenal always. But I'm thinking of this game. I'm thinking Arsenal going to come out. We're gonna go for it. We have to go for it. If we lose the battle, we have to go for it. And even if we don't lose the battle, we still have to go for it because top 4 is still there.
I think it's going to be a really good game because I think both sides need to go for it. Obviously for their different reasons. You have top 4. Still, I think it's fair in saying that you're still going to go for the league in terms of getting top 4. That's obviously, as long as you have 2 different ways to get into the into the Champions League next season, I think you'd go for it. Obviously you would. But for us, once again, it's like Groundhog Day. Once again, just like this time, almost pretty much this time last year when we were playing you at the Emirates, trying to fight against relegation. Yeah. It doesn't seem as likely as it was this time last year. We're in the same position, 18th. Only outside the relegation zone, I think by a point. So obviously a result on Saturday, Sunday even, probably wouldn't take us out because other results won't go our way. But it's a tough one because what has been the frustrating thing is we've had 5 games in the new calendar year, or 6 if you include Chelsea, but 5 winnable ones. We got a point at Stamford Bridge, which was a fantastic result, really good defensive performance, 0-0. And then we had 5 games that were winnable. So we had Leicester away, Everton at home, Palace at home, Burnley away and Cardiff at home. Okay. Won the first 2, which are arguably the hardest ones. Leicester and Everton away. Leicester away, Everton at home.
Okay.
But then we got 2 points from Palace at home, Cardiff at home, and Burnley away, which is why we're in the predicament that we're in now. So we haven't helped ourselves. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah,
but
I think there's a clear pattern from what you said there. You've struggled against teams that are, I believe, probably sat back against you guys, and you've had to break them apart. Whereas against Arsenal, it won't happen like that. We'll be the team that will have to progress and have to be the one that puts the emphasis on we're at home, right? And so we're going to dominate the ball. And then, I mean, you don't have, I wouldn't say raw speed. Redmond's fast, but it's not raw pace. But I mean, you're up against Maitland-Niles probably. And
I would back Redmond against either of your fullbacks any day of the week.
Speed-wise, I don't think he's that much faster. I don't think he's faster at all, actually. I think Maitland-Niles is faster. But personally, looking at it now, that game you beat us, it's the real season so far. If we hadn't lost that game, or even draw that game, don't know where we would be right now. Because we had just beaten Tottenham, drew with United away, and we're in good form, do you know what I mean? But then, obviously, Socrates was out. And who else was out? Socrates was out. We had Koscielny.
Koscielny's first game back. Yeah. Koscielny's first game
Bellerin
back.
got taken out of that game. Lichtsteiner went off injured that game. So since that game, our team's not been the same. And we played a back three against you before. I don't play that again. We've seen against you, a back three doesn't work. Yeah, you've got a good midfield, a solid defence as well, and you're good at the counter attack. So we need to come out a back four, a diamond midfield, come at you and say, do you know what? Yeah, we're Arsenal Football Club, and with all due respect, you're a team fighting relegation. We should be able to come out here.
Absolutely.
We should be able to come out here and say, do you know what? Yeah, they're fighting relegation. Let's go back at these. Make a result. Make the fans and also get the players confident again, because confidence for me is the most underrated thing in football. Because if you're confident, players can do anything. Ramsey, when he's confident, is doing overhead kicks and bicycle kicks and scorpion kicks. Not confident, he can't pass sideways.
Sure.
So confidence for me is key. Come up, get a massive result for the fans. It's at home, Sunday. Get a good result for the players and the fans itself. And confidence there. And also we're 1 point off the top four. People tell me all the time, oh, Bavs, Arsenal can't make top four, laughing at us. I'm like, lads, we're 1 point off the top four and we're in February.
Yeah, and it's completely doable. Likewise, it's completely doable for us to stay up. I still think we will. It's got to a point now where we've got some difficult games coming up. Obviously, we've got this one. Fulham at home on Wednesday night, which is a must-win. Can't even draw that. That is a must-win. But we'll get into that in another video. And then Man United away at Old Trafford, obviously, the Ole Revolution. That's going to be a tough one. Yeah. So I think if we're going to have a good chance of getting ourselves out of that danger zone, so by Easter time, when we've got a month left of the season, I genuinely think we need to get 4 points from you guys and Fulham at home.
You see, this is going to be a free shot for you. Because you don't expect to be Arsenal, right?
No, not at all.
You need to be Arsenal, yes, but you don't expect to be Arsenal. That Fulham game's the one that pressure will be on. So you could go and beat Arsenal and lose to Fulham. Because I could see that happening.
So can I, and to be honest, 3 points from those two, yeah, I'd take it. But I wouldn't be happy that it's another defeat at home, because you guys and Everton are the only teams we've beaten at home this season, which is just... It's just been awful. And to be fair, that's not Hasenhüttl's fault. It's Mark Hughes leaving a bad... It can go back to Pellegrino just leaving a bad taste in the club. And that's why I'm so sort of passionate for us to stay up. Because if we went down, I'd like to think we'd do what West Brom are doing this season and like staying in contention of getting promoted back again, and what other teams have done, like Hull did it a couple of seasons ago, Norwich have done it. You know, those sort of teams, and that's what I want. But we could equally go down and do what Stoke are doing, and near relegation, which obviously isn't what we want. Spend loads of money. So if we stay up and keep Hasenhüttl and have an okay summer, and this isn't me being biased, we will be good enough to get back in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm looking at your team right now and I'm thinking of players that you have that I'm like, okay, they're decent players. I rate Ward-Prowse a lot, he's a good player. Redmond's a good player as well. Up front, Austin, I rate him that much, but he scores goals against Arsenal. And obviously we've got the French Charlie Austin in Lacazette. Shout out to
those tweets.
See, listen, Twitter for me now is a platform where I just Russell fan bases. You, I'm going to Russell you guys. And do you know what? It works. It works because guess what? You're probably a United fan watching this video right now, and you're laughing at me, but you're watching the video still. So
if we can reach Man United fans, actually, I'll be pretty proud.
Listen, the way it works now is YouTube works for me now. I've rustled so many fan bases is that they all want to see me cry. They all want to see me angry. Yeah, they all want to see me angry. And you know what? End of the day, do you know what? I rustle you guys because I see there's a fan right now who every day mentions me. Oh, you this. Oh, you this. That. I was like, mate,
how many followers has he got?
It's like 50 followers or something like that. But I'm not looking at followers now because I've got a lot of people. Look, followers is obviously people want followers, right?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at followers now. I've got people that tweet me. Arsenal fans obviously love my work and that, but same time I've got Tottenham fans. I've Russell, obviously, the other day I've made a video of songing into Arsenal, which is about banter, by the way. The amount of fans that took that seriously. And United as well. Obviously, when Arsenal lose, my Twitter went off. United fans onto me. But that's the game, man. It's all banter. It's all football.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The screen's just turned off. We'll keep it that, actually.
Should we? Right. Just to finish off, we're going to talk about some team news. Obviously, Danny Ings is the big miss. Injured still, but should be back for Wednesday night's game against Fulham. However, we do welcome back Mario Lemina, Stuart Armstrong, Michael Obafemi.
He's a good player.
As well. So, dangers for you, because all three of them have an attacking mindset. Especially Obafemi, I think he's quite underrated. You won't know him. He's 18 years old. He's got 1 goal so far. A decent finish away at Huddersfield. But I can see him starting the game. If he's fit enough, I can see him starting, because he is by far our paciest striker.
I was going to say that. I've seen him a bit of him. He's a rapid guy, and that's what I don't like. With our defence right now, speed's the last thing we need. But Socrates might be back for that game, so if we have Socrates back for that game, right, I don't care who you're playing up front, we're not getting a part. You're not getting a part.
No, at all. But I'd like him to play, even if it is against Socrates, who's obviously a solid defender. It'll just give him some experience. Do you know what I mean? Because he made his debut against Spurs. Obviously, was at the time, I think it was Vertonghen and Alderweireld, and he still almost scored.
Centre backs.
But it's like it was a good game to start off with. Obviously, high level.
An easy game to start off with Tottenham.
But I'd love to see him start. I think Shane Long's going to start. In all honesty, I can see a repetition or something similar to what happened last season. Obviously, starting off with Long, he did score. In fairness, it was Mustafi's mistake. But I can't see you guys making mistakes too similar to that. And then bringing Austin off.
That mistake back to my head right now. Mustafi's a headless chicken. I remember that. You blame Czech for that as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God, nah. Cool, as you were saying.
It's alright. Yeah, and then I think bring Austin on, and I can see that happening. Obviously, I think Hasenhüttl likes Long. Every manager, for whatever reason, likes Long. He's just got pace, and I think what Bav said against. I want to call your defence solid because of that one player, obviously Socrates, but it's not a solid defence.
Put it this way, right? I personally rate Socrates as a top 5 centre back in the league.
Okay.
And obviously, I saw a tweet today saying that he would probably be the 4th. And I think he's underrated by the fans. They're like, oh, well, Arsenal's defence is bad. But you can see how bad it is without Socrates. And when he plays, you can see how alright he is. Right? The fact that it's that bad. But we've got good defenders there. We just need to learn how to be positionally aware, be more aware of what's going on around us as well, and stuff like that. But Socrates, for me, is a top 5 centre-back in the league. I mean, I rate Alderweireld a lot, a couple of centre-backs as well. But I think he's a good centre-back, man, underrated by the fans. But I also think Vestergaard is a very good centre-back. And I'm looking forward to playing against him.
Look forward to seeing, mate. When you see him in flesh, you won't think how tall he is.
I don't know when I see.
He's huge.
Yeah, I know he's massive. But when I look at him right now, I'm like, I want a Aubameyang to just go like, I'm onto you. Let me just knock it past you. But he's not gonna do that. He's gonna be. Aubameyang's at his best when he's running in behind. And at Arsenal so far, we've only seen that a few times. We've only seen that in a couple games where Xhaka will pick the ball up or it'll be Ozil. And because we don't have players that are going to pick that ball in behind, it's like, oh, well, he'll come deep to pick the ball up, and now he's got the run in behind again. It's not his strength. That's Lacazette's strength. So hopefully we play a front 2 against you guys, because you saw in that home game where once Lacazette came on and Aubameyang came on, we were opening you guys up, with ease. And Mkhitaryan's fit for this game, Ozil's fit for this game, hopefully he plays, and Suarez is fit for this game as well. So we've got an attack there that I am saying, your defence is good, but come on now. Suarez, Ozil,
that's my point. I think it will be a very tough game. It'll be a different game. Obviously, we can do I can't even say with a straight face. We can do the double overview. Whether I thought I'd be saying that this time at the beginning of the season.
It's just like last time, isn't it? Where I'm confident and you're not confident and you're going to win.
I don't know what it is. Obviously, I told Babs before we started recording, last time Southampton did the double over Arsenal, a striker, I don't really think we know, he didn't really turn out to be much. 17-year-old Alan Shearer.
Who's that?
Alan Shearer scored a hat-trick on his debut to give Southampton the debut, give Southampton the double, sorry. He went on to do alright, but hopefully Obafemi can be the same.
Yeah.
But,
okay, wow.
But yeah, let's wrap it up there. I'm going to push you for a score prediction.
Score prediction.
Come on. And a goal scorer.
Goal scorer.
Unless you go predict 0-0. But I don't think you will.
Oh, God. Alright, Arsenal 2, Southampton. No, Arsenal 3, Southampton 1. You'll score a goal, but we'll score 3, hopefully. We're not going to bat you. It'll be a tight game, I'll tell you right now.
Do you know what's funny? That was my score prediction as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goal scorer, by the way.
Oh yeah, go
I
on.
think we've got to inform Leno could score a goal. Right? Do you know what I mean?
Dennis Suarez on his home debut.
No, Leno could score a goal.
Yeah, but,
The goalkeeper.
yeah, no, I know who you're on about. I'm just.
Okay, cool. Bad aside, let's go goal scorer. Yeah, I think I can see Suarez scoring a goal. Nice. If he starts.
Home debut goal. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, it is his home debut as well. So, actually, no, he might take his back. So.
In the league.
Yeah. Okay, in the league. Cool in the league. Yeah. Dennis Suarez score a goal. Arsenal win 3-1.
I was going to go with the same, to be honest. I'm not confident for this one. I think it's come too soon. But leave your opinions ahead of the game in the comment section below. Give us your score predictions. Who's going to score for us, if anybody? Are we going to approach this game with a back five and stay defensive? Let us know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't yet already. And we will see you at the Emirates on Sunday. And also subscribe to AFTV Young Guns and Bevs 14.
Done.
See you guys later.